What's up, YouTube? How are you guys doing? Today we got a very special video, alright? Today we are gonna be going through all the Nat 5s in the game, and I will be giving my opinions about them. Does it need a buff? Does it need a nerf? Is it okay? I will not go into huge detail, but I might give some suggestions on what kind of changes I would like to see. Okay, you guys know season is ending soon, balance patch is also coming soon. Okay, also this will clarify to everyone my thoughts about all of the units. This will be completely unbiased opinions and just opinions from me, okay? Someone who's been playing the game for a long ass fucking time, okay? So, hope you guys enjoy it. Let's see. Let's start with the start. How about that, okay? We're gonna be only reviewing Nat 5s, and I will mention maybe a couple 4 stars, okay? Vanessa. I think Vanessa's cool. I think she's pretty balanced. Not the most amazing in this meta, but a very balanced unit. Zyros, I think Zyros is good. People complain a bit about his base speed. They want to see him in RTA too. I tried him in RTA, even with this base speed. It is possible. It is possible. But I think he is good as he is as a arena siege offense unit. I like him balanced. Perna, she got a buff recently, very balanced. I like her. Rakan, I think Rakan is also pretty balanced. We don't see too much of him because there's a lot like insane units in the meta that you can use in siege defense, guild war defense, but he is mostly a siege guild war defense unit. You can also use him in offense, but I think overall he is balanced. I might like something else to see on skill 1 of the chimeras, because a 1-turn dot is a little bit lackluster, but yeah, that would be something that I would like to see. Juno, I will say this for all oracles straight up, skill 1 needs some kind of a change where it just gets less attack bar. Either 2 hits 15 or 3 hits 10. That is what I think about oracles and their attack bar manipulation, attack bar like turn cycling. I think that's what they need. Rika, also they do a ton of damage with additionals as well. Rika, I think Rika's pretty balanced. Laika, I'm not sure. I think he is not a bad unit. I think he's just getting very overshadowed by units like Douglas and Antares, who are way stronger than they should be. Miao Wang needs a change. He needs to just lose this resistance effect thing that they have and just add a different type of effect. Add defense, okay? Like, add defense, I don't know, add something else that's actually usable, because resistance is not really a favorable stat. Just change his passive a little bit more, he deserves it. Velajul, pretty balanced. Kumar, all of these beast monks, I'm just gonna skip every other beast monk, alright? I'm just gonna say this about all of them. Their leader skills need to become Guild War Siege. That's it. Okay? That's it. 2-turn armor break. Oh, Vela has 1-turn armor break? Yeah, you could make this 2 turns. Agreed. I thought it was 2 turns already. Agreed. Yeah, change the leader skills to Guild War Siege. That's it. Okay? That's it. Rocky. I like Rocky. I think she's pretty balanced. I like Chibu. I think he is also at the balance side, maybe a little bit strong. That speed lead plus a very good skill but this unit could get a nerf in case of Verd getting nerfed in the future as well. You know, could get some kind of a change if Verd would get changed as well. But I will talk about Verd later. Okay. Brandia, I think Brandy's pretty cool. The way she is. Tesarian, I also love the buff he got recently. I think he's very nice. Very balanced. Oki. I would revert Oki's landing rate on this. 4 to 5 hits again. I don't know why he got nerfed last time. I'm pretty sure it was something you could have dealt with. Just, you know, I don't think it was justified. Sekhmet, I think Sekhmet is really good. And she did deserve the buff she got last time with the base speed. I think she's balanced. Daphnis as well, I think he's pretty balanced. I'm not going to talk about Zhongfei. I have nothing to say. Helena, I think Helena is also pretty balanced. Ophelia, I think she's a pretty okay unit for Siege and Guild War defense. I think we yet have to see what people can do with this. For now, I would say she's balanced. Velen is also very balanced. Bale needs some kind of a buff. Skill 3 is not... This effect that they added on skill 3 is not good. It should be something different. Masha, pretty balanced. Jogan, pretty balanced. Ryu, compared to other units of this caliber, he's not balanced. He got a little bit overbuffed. You can deal with him, but he is one of those units where you always have to draft thinking about him, which is not that fucking great. One unit shouldn't be able to stop your whole team. That's all I'm saying. I think he got a little bit overbuffed. Ken is pretty balanced. This thing, he shouldn't have gotten nerfed on this thing just because Ryu did get nerfed. I think Ken got scammed a little bit on this. Just as the light Ryu. I don't think those two should have gotten nerfed. Because like Contos likes to do that a lot of times. They touch one element of the family and then they're like, oh well, we're gonna touch all of them. I don't think that was justified either. Bison, I think Bison is a little bit on the stronger side as well. His damage is just ridiculously insane. He did get a small nerf recently, but I think he's still very, very, very strong. I don't know, they could maybe do something to nerf him a little bit. But I feel like it's mostly additional damage being too strong. They would have to do something with additional damage artifacts because he is a unit that scales on HP on all of his hits. And then he also gets that bonus additional damage by HP if you put it on him. Like if you put the artifacts on him that are good. It is a little bit insane with the HP lead as well. He's like a perfect, you know, it's a little bit too strong. I would like to see maybe some more changes to him. But I feel like additional damage is the main thing that should get some kind of a nerf. HP lead has to go. Removing HP lead would probably be pretty balanced because he's already kind of insane. Give him res. They could maybe change his lead with this guy. That would be pretty balanced since this guy's an LD5 and his leader skill is very shit. And his skills are not even that great either. So I feel like exchanging those leads would make Bison balanced as well. I don't think it's a huge thing to remove his HP lead, but I think it would be something, you know, pretty good. We already talked about this guy, and this guy, and this guy. Tomoe should get some kind of a bonus buff to this, I think. I'm not really sure what, but she still seems a little bit underwhelming. Coco, I really like Coco, to be honest, as a Guild Wars Siege unit mostly. Usable in RTA too. I would really like to showcase her in RTA in a Tableau comp, but I don't have her, so you guys will have to wait for that until I pull her. But I think she's overall pretty balanced. John as well, very good unit, very balanced out unit. Nora as well, very balanced out unit. She's very used in Guild Wars Siege defense now. In those Savannah comps, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool unit. As well in TOA, very usable. TOA hard. Carlos needs a little bit of a buff. I'm not sure what, but he's just a raw damager. He maybe needs some kind of protection. Maybe some kind of a bonus effect on this instead of only branding. Yeah, seems a little bit lackluster. All right, water. Water. Camila, I would say pretty balanced. Varad, pretty balanced as well. Sigmaris, I don't know what to say about some of these fusion units. I'm probably not even gonna talk about. He's cool for PvE. Teor, I really like Teor. I think he's balanced. I will say this for all the Chimeras though. I think Chimeras maybe should get up to like 100 base speed, because they are mostly like speed-based damagers. I would like to see at least 5 more base speed on them to, like, you know, make them a little bit more viable, a little bit easier to ruin. But yeah. Okay, not Lagmaron, and yeah, not Lagmaron, but buff like these to 100. I mean, they're still not bad with 95 if you know how to use them, but I think a little bit of a change. I think his skills are pretty cool though. Praha, the same as I said for all the oracles. For skill 1. Anivil is pretty balanced. Chow, I think Chow is balanced. I just think the meta kind of cucks him. Monkey is pretty balanced. He was balanced even before they buffed this to 2-turn invincibility. Now he's just even stronger. Ariel, I hate Ariel. I don't know what to tell you about Ariel. I think he's balanced as a healer. I don't know what else they could do to him. Chandra, same as I said, leader skill. Beth, you know, I don't know. She's a arena offense, Guild War offense, siege unit. I'm not sure what they could add to make her better. I think this was a nerf. I think they should have kept heal block. Maybe they could have added glancing here instead of this removing harmful effect block. If they added glancing, it would be kind of fun and better. Maybe they could do that still. Wusa is still pretty broken. His base stats are insane. His base speed is insane. They could literally drop this to 10%. It would still be one of the most used units. So I would say drop, I mean this one, by 5% more. They could
blah
like
blah monkey blah 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 nerf blah 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 I don't know blah 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 blah.
Thank you, Maxi, for that beautiful sentence. 10% more, 5% more on this, I would say, still gonna make it balanced. Still gonna make it balanced. Still gonna be one of the most used units in the game. Alicia, she got a buff recently, very good arena offense, siege offense unit. It's pretty balanced. Theo as well, pretty balanced. Posi, pretty balanced. Bastet, pretty balanced. Pisam, balanced. Molong, he's balanced, but the additional damage to elements and stuff like that, like additional damage artifacts.
Muchas gracias, afición. Este para vosotros.
Additional damage artifacts made this a little bit insane. So maybe they could even lower this to 60% and it would still make him a pretty good unit. Yeah, this is a YouTube video. Yeah, it's gonna fit great in the YouTube video. Ronaldo, and all of your text-to-speeches. Beautiful. Thank you guys. I really appreciate your opinions about the balance patch. Alright, Amelia. Pretty balanced. I don't think she should have gotten the buffs that she got lately, but whatever. She's still pretty balanced, I would say. Josephine as well, I don't think she should have gotten the buff that she got. I think it was a little bit too much. Same as the monkey, I would say. It's just... a good unit is a good unit. I wouldn't buff an already good unit. I would try to nerf what's OP instead of buffing everything. But, you know, it's still like not OP, but it's pretty fucking strong. Like, it's pretty strong. Josephine is a tough unit to deal with. She always was, and now she's even harder to deal with. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a random buff, which shouldn't have happened. Amelia as well. I think Amelia needs to be nerfed. I think Amelia's passive not having a cooldown, this thing is a little bit insane. He's just a very insanely strong unit. Because of the cleanse, like first it didn't have cooldown, and then they added a cleanse, and now he doesn't have a cooldown while cleansing himself every fucking time. It is insane how strong, how powerful Amelia is right now. I think Amelia needs to be tuned down a little bit. They went too far with him. Bulwark, pretty balanced. Belial, I would say he's balanced. I just wish this doesn't fill attack bar. Just give him a damn turn. Just give him a turn. Don't boost attack bar. Just give him a turn. So he cannot get cut. Barbara, she's pretty balanced, except the boost sucks balls. I don't know. I don't know if it would make her too strong if they actually buff the boost a little bit. Because her boost is non-existent. Her base speed is pretty good though. Maybe it is balanced. Hey Gang, I think Hey Gang is super damn strong. Super strong. I don't know what they could do to nerf him, but it is pretty strong. Okay, it is pretty strong. Could maybe some slight change. Could get some slight change. But he's pretty strong. Ryu, he's pretty strong as well. They did nerf his second skill. It's not that of a consistent stripper. You always need to have a different kind of strip option in your team. So you kind of always have to have at least 2 AoE strippers plus some single target strippers in the team to be able to actually strip stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if they don't change Hey Gang. They can keep Hey Gang the same. But I just wonder what would happen if they actually balanced out all the units. You know? It's a good counter pick. I mean, he's kind of in the similar spot that Ryu is in. They're both on the strong side, but they're not OP. But they're both on the strong side, but it's not OP. You know, they're still kind of balanced, just on the a little bit stronger side of balance. Bison, he's pretty good in inter-server, Guild War offense, Siege offense. I'm not sure what else they could do to buff him a little bit. I don't think he necessarily needs one, but he's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not all units should be like RTA insane units and stuff like that. You know, Guild War Siege units are a thing, and not everything should be RTA focused, of course. Shizuoka, I think she's pretty balanced. It's a very fun unit and a very unique unit. Nana is busted as fuck. Me personally, I think Nana should have never gotten the first buff that she ever got. As soon as they added a stack instantly, that made her OP. I think Nana should have stayed 60% HP. No stacks. Why was it such a huge problem to leave her like that. If you want a stack, deserve a stack. Kill something to get a stack, and then you're cool. She doesn't deserve to get an insta stack. There's no reason for that. Okay? There's no reason for that. Okay? I think they should just revert all of the changes, make it a 60, have a 0 stack from the start. That's it. She has insane base stats. She's still insane in Guild Wars Siege and RTA and Arena and everywhere in the game. She's insane. And she has multi-hits on top of that. So just remove all of the stacks. No stacks from the start. 0 stacks, 60% revive. That's it. Miles, pretty balanced, but very strong. I would say he's balanced though. Amelia, I have no idea what to say about this unit. I've never seen this unit in my life. Like, I know what she does, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. I feel like I just don't know what to say. Like, she just buffs defense and heals and buffs more defense. I'm not sure. I think people need to test it out a little bit more in like defenses and stuff like that, so I can actually have a real opinion. I don't have her, so I can't test her myself, but if I do get her, I will make sure to do that. Liam needs some kind of a small buff as well. She needs a buff. I'm not sure. I can't really say when I don't see a unit anywhere. But yeah, wind. Let's keep going. Dragon. Jamire is OP. Okay. I talked about it, like I did this kind of a monster review like a week or two ago. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, but I didn't record it that time. So this time I decided to do a recording of it so I can show to you guys what I think. Jamire has everything. He just has everything and he's pretty insane. Global speed lead, AoE reset plus cleanse, which cannot be resetted. Thunder break, which slows, deals insane damage, and attack breaks the whole team on a 3-turn cooldown. Plus insane damage on skill 1. Okay? He is, and his base stats are insane. Very situational though. I wouldn't say so. I would say you can pick him every game if you want to. He is very, very, very powerful, right? Very powerful unit. What I think about him is that he should be able to get reset. He is overtuned. And I love my Jamire. I'm a Jamire abuser. Okay, I love this unit. I'm a Tableau user. Every game, you can. You can if you want to. Trust me. I did. Trust me, I did. Right? I played over 20,000 Tableau games. And it was without Jamire. And now that I got Jamire, it just made those Tableau games so much more insane. And he doesn't even need to be used in a Tableau comp. You can just clap him in whatever comp you want. As long as you have a nice idea and nice tuning, you can use him a lot, like in as many comps as you want. He's just such a versatile unit. I feel like people don't even know that yet, how insanely versatile he is. But yeah, I just think people don't use him as much the right way. Cause he's a very he can be a very spammable unit if you actually know what you're doing. I think he needs to be resettable on this. It makes him a little bit too insane with all of this in his kit. Like AoE slow on a 3-turn cooldown with attack break with pretty insane damage too is pretty nuts. Plus a speed lead, plus this thing, plus... Like, I know this unit pretty well. And it just seems unfair a lot of times when you use him. Teshar. Teshar is amazing. I love my Teshar. Lagmaron. I think Lagmaron could maybe get the Poseidon treatment on this. So he cannot glance. If they add non-glancing on this skill, he would actually be a very fun unit and a very usable unit. Sierra, same as I said for skill 1 for all the oracles. Charlotte, pretty balanced I would say. Additional damage make her a little bit crazy, but I think she's still... Leo, I think Leo needs a nerf. I think Leo's passive is too strong. They would need to remove his passive, make something new. I don't think any unit should be able to kill runes and just, you know, just kill your rune farming, so I don't agree with his passive at all. Xingzhe, I think Xingzhe is pretty balanced right now. I think he's pretty annoying to deal with. Eladriel sucks. I don't know what they could do with Eladriel anymore. He's always gonna suck. Ritesh, the same as I said for this. The leader skills. Etna. Etna is pretty crazy. I don't think she deserved the buff where she steals things. I think she was already very strong. Her base speed makes her pretty insane. Yeah. I just don't think she deserves to get like these random small buffs. It just makes no sense. She's pretty good, man. She's pretty insane. The base speed just makes her just ridiculous in some situations. But yeah, I just think, I don't know. They could maybe tune her down a little bit. She's definitely on the stronger sides. But still kind of balanced because it's single target. It's still kind of balanced, just on the stronger side. It's similar to Moore and Joe and Heigang, stuff like that. If they don't touch her, it's fine, but you know, maybe they could test out a small change. Pongbek, he's a cleave unit. They would need to rework him completely if they want to do something else with him. But yeah, he's just a cleave unit. He's good for the cleave, you know, for what he does. Tiana's pretty balanced. A Chamomere, I'm not sure. I think he's a good cleave unit. I tried him out. I haven't used him a lot, but I've tried him out after he got the speed lead. So it was definitely a good touch. Definitely usable as a cleave unit. Triton is pretty damn busted. I don't know, I just don't... I was saying this last time. I just don't like when they give units like this base speed. It's a little bit crazy. In the perfect world, almost all units should have around 100 base speed. To like, some units not. Some units like deserve to have a little bit better base speed because they don't do as much. But an AoE stripper that pushes back attack bar by 35%, I think it's kind of insane. Yeah. I just don't like the base speed. I don't like that they have a base speed like this on a unit like this, that's all. Hathor, she's kind of balanced. She's still pretty insane, but what people don't realize with units like this is that there is so many accuracy rest checks that it's never going to work perfectly. It's never going to work the way you expect it to work. I've used Hathor for a very long time in Tableau comps, in all kinds of comps. It will never work completely the way you think it's gonna work. Ganymede is pretty strong, still pretty strong. He's always gonna be a strong unit. Until they make this a resettable skill, he's always going to be insanely strong. Now, does he need a change? They could test out, like, I don't know why Comptos just doesn't test out or doesn't let other people test out stuff, you know? I would like to test it out to see how much of a difference would it make if I could actually reset this skill. But yeah, I think he's okay. Maybe a small change eventually. Fengyan, I think he's pretty balanced. Diana is not balanced because of her damage mostly. I don't know how they can nerf additional damage artifacts. They would have to do it to make her more balanced. The biggest problem, one of the big problems as well, is being able to actually move infinite amount of turns. They could try to make some change with that, so she can't really take infinite amount of turns. I know it's a rare possibility for that kind of stuff to happen, but a unit that gets so much attack bar by you hitting different units, and she can be stacked with insane amount of stats, I don't think she should be able to proc even once to do like 2 of these second skills. I think a limitation should be 1 second skill per turn or some stuff like that. Because 1 second skill is enough to pretty much one-shot a unit in a lot of cases. It is pretty busted. Yeah, she's definitely due to a nerf. Louise is pretty balanced, Terrance is pretty balanced, Odin is pretty balanced. Christina, I would even say Christina is on the balanced side because I tested it. I tried it out in some ways. It's a very fun unit to use, no matter how much people meme this unit. I really think she has way more potential than people actually think she does, with all the additional damage, a lot of hits, a strip, a good damage skill, you know, a passive that keeps you, you know, increases damage dealt. You know, it can be a very used unit, especially in Siege Guild Wars, even RTA. For my testing, it is actually possible, because this cannot glance. This got buffed to not be able to glance. It is actually a very fun unit to use. Maybe a small buff again, but nothing too crazy. I don't think she deserves anything too crazy to make her a very cool unit. Even now I think she's a pretty cool unit. I really like her. But yeah, some kind of a small change to just bring it to the people a little bit more, to bring people's eyes to her a little bit more, because I feel like in this game,
guys, it's me, a call guy. I think we should buff Fermi and Shazam, Lucifer and Daniel.
I think in this game people a lot of times don't want to give a chance to a unit unless it's over buffed, and that's just the problem with people. And the problem with Comptos also, where they, how do I even explain this? Like, I just think people should be more open about changes and like using units actually. I know Comptos is dictating what we're gonna use pretty much, but at the same time they're not, because you can make your own decision as well. No one can make you do anything. Like, if I don't want to use Antares, I will not use it because I dislike that kind of playstyle. You know, it is about mindset as well, but it is Comptos' fault as well. Mephisto, I think he's pretty balanced. Savannah, I think he's pretty balanced. Chongpong, still, I think Chongpong just needs to tone this down to 50% so he could be balanced. he's still on the very strong side. They could test it out to drop this to 50. I think it wouldn't make him less usable at all. Ryu pretty balanced. Bison's pretty balanced too. Gyo, maybe some kind of a bonus change again. I feel like I just didn't see enough of this to say what I think about her, but I do have her, I just didn't use her. I feel like this unit could be kind of fun in ragdoll teams and stuff like that, like slower type of teams. But yeah, maybe some bonus change, I'm not sure. I don't know I don't have much to say about units I don't really use or see a lot. Because I need to test out stuff first to be able to give you my full opinion about it. And I haven't really tested it out that much. Momo definitely needs a complete rework on the skill. Oliver, someone asked before what I think. I think they need to start with Oliver dropping his speed lead to 24%. Because I think at this point, it's all about the fight. Who is going to get the 33 lead first? And I just dislike when people are literally fighting for one unit. And whoever gets it has like a huge advantage. I think they should first drop this to 24. Maybe 24 global even. I don't think that would change any other content. Like make it just like Sierra lead. Because he's not really used much in like other contents. He's not that much viable in other contents either. Like Siege and Guild Wars, you can use him, but I don't think a global 24 would make him that much stronger in other contents. But yeah, I would like to see it first drop to 24, because I really dislike 33 leads, especially on units that are this strong. So I would say just drop it to 24, and from that point, we can see if he needs a bigger change. Because I've been using Oliver a lot, and I see when a unit has a lot of accuracy res checks, it tends to miss a lot as well, even with max accuracy. And what I realized is this 33 lead is the main point of why he is so insanely like sought after. The rotation is amazing if you land everything perfectly, but I think the leader skill is just the dominant part about him. So yeah, my suggestion would be first try to make it 24, and then we can see what else can be done about him if he needs more stuff. Riley's pretty OP. I talked about this too. She needs to be silenced and oblivioned on her whatever this is, grassland tribe totem. Silence or Oblivion need to work, or both. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't. It's a pretty strong skill. It's sad to see the only way to counter her is to actually stun her, and then she still can proc very easily. So yeah, I would say this needs to be silenced and oblivioned. Also, there's not too many silences and oblivions in the game, so it wouldn't actually be an insane type of nerf, but it would help out people to fight her, because right now she's just pretty insane to fight, pretty insanely hard. Dominic needs some kind of a buff, I guess, as well, just like the fire and wind one, I mean the water one. Let's go to the light darks now, okay? This is where people... Light dark units are always the ones people talk about the most, pretty much. Akroma, pretty balanced. Zrath, pretty balanced. Eludia, pretty balanced. Sean, pretty balanced. Julian, pretty balanced. Lima, skill 1, I said it. Laura's pretty balanced. Jaeger's pretty balanced. Light Monkey. Now, for the Light Monkey, I will say the same thing that I said about Hathor. If you think this is gonna perfectly land everything, then it's OP. Okay? But 99% of the time, you will not perfectly land your stuff. It is very hard, because he has 12 accuracy res checks in one skill. It is very hard to land like everything. In addition, they did nerf his attack bar decrease by a lot. And I've been using this unit a lot because I do play on Barion's account a lot, and his runes and everything is insane. Like, you guys, like, his violence sets can be faster than your Swift. Like, it is crazy how insane runes he has. And I would still say this unit is very comparable to Hathor in how well it actually performs. So right now, I think with this nerf that he got, it's pretty fine. Like, it's not that insane as he used to be. Like, the 50%, 12 accuracy res checks plus the nerf that he got, I think it's a pretty, I think he's in a pretty good state right now. Like, from what I've used, from how much I've used him, he's not that insane as people are saying. He's still on the very strong side. You know, he's there with the strongest units, but there's so many other units that he cannot compare with, you know, which I will go through, and which I already did go through some of them. In the normal elements, he cannot compare to some. Like, Oliver is a better unit right now. And I didn't say he needs a nerf. And I did suggest there's other units that are stronger. He has counters as well, of course. The thing that makes Light Monkey so strong is that he's a light unit, right? So the glancing chances don't exist, right? There's no off element where he can have a chance to glance. But he's very comparable to Hathor. I think they're very similar in the way of usage. It's a lot of, trust me, it's a lot of accuracy res checks, which make it very hard to land everything, okay? It's very hard. It's very, very hard. He is still pretty powerful though, but I don't think he is right now at priority. He already got nerfed. I think we have way more priority units to nerf right now than just like butcher him more. Because if you butcher a unit like this more, he's gonna become pretty shitty. You know, he's gonna become like his dark brother, and that's not really what we want. And by the way, this is all unbiased. Like, I don't have this unit.
Well met.
I play with this unit sometimes on different accounts. I don't have this unit. So people can't say I'm being biased about it. Like, I just don't have it. Like, I'm just telling you my honest opinions about all of these units. What I think as someone who plays this game fucking 24/7. Alright? That's it. You can disagree, that's fine. You know, but I'm here to give you my thoughts. Arda, I think he's pretty balanced right now. Shazam, leader skill. Asima is pretty balanced as well. Yunhong, base speed again. The same kind of thing that I said about Triton, which I dislike. How easy it is to rune a unit. That does so much, right? Maybe some kind of a small change as well. Nigong is pretty balanced. Eleanor is pretty damn strong. She's on the stronger side, but she still needs good setup to work. So I would say she's balanced. Well, Sharon is really nice too. The buffs really helped him to you know, be more usable. Pontos is pretty balanced as well, I would say. He's on the stronger side too, but he is pretty balanced. Isis is as well, very balanced. Wedget as well, very balanced. Oberon, very balanced. Tianlang, I would say he's balanced on the stronger side a little bit, but I think he is also balanced. I think it's gonna be rune quality a lot, how well he works for you, but I would say he's balanced. I'm not gonna say anything about Celia. You guys know what I think. Eleanor, she's pretty balanced. Jean, Volantis. I would say Volantis is balanced, but he's very RNG. Like, it's a 50-50, and then the boost is not that high, but it is pretty insane. But it is RNG as well, so he could not work for you sometimes. He could work for you. His base speed is not high. I would say he is on the stronger side, but still kind of balanced. You know, there's other priority units. When I say on the stronger side, but balanced, I still think there's way more priority units that need to be changed. Gelnir, I really like Gelnir. People shit talk this unit a lot, but I think he's kind of cool. Especially for Guild War Siege, he's very annoying. He is a Guild War Siege unit, you know? And he's good at what he does, you know? Lucifer is pretty balanced as well. I like him a lot. Narsha is a little bit on the stronger side as well. I think she is... I think she could get maybe some kind of a nerf a little bit. It is kind of insane. This unit is kind of insane. I'm not sure what exactly, but I would like to see maybe a small change to her. She's just very insane. Hanwol. It's a good arena unit, it's a good siege unit, not for RTA. Ryu, I can't say much about this unit. I haven't really used him a lot. I would like to test him though, but I can't say too much about him. The only thing I'm gonna say is this also shouldn't have gotten nerfed. Because his brother Water One got nerfed and Ken and him suffered. I don't agree with that. Light Bison needs some kind of a buff. Seimei, I think Seimei is pretty cool right now. I know some people might disagree, but I think she can be pretty usable, okay? She can be pretty usable. Dorothy needs a complete change. She sucks. Daniel is pretty awesome. I would say he's balanced, but he's pretty awesome. He needs a very good setup to work. But that's why he's balanced. He can do insane things, but it's a tough setup to make. Ella, I don't know what to say about this unit either. I've never seen it, pretty much. Benedict, I think this guy's balanced. From what I've seen, he's pretty balanced. I like him though, he's a fun unit. Alright, Dark. The last element. Han. Oh. I've used this unit a lot myself. Not on my account, but I've used it on other accounts a lot. And maybe he could get like a... I don't know. For now, I wouldn't touch him, but he is kind of insane. He is kind of insane. But for now, I probably wouldn't touch him. For now. I would just not prioritize him right now. I like Han, but yeah, I don't think he needs any changes right now. I think he can skip changes for now. He is on the stronger side of balance though. Maybe a strip. No, we don't want to buff him. I'm talking maybe if we should nerf him. But I don't think he needs a nerf. So I think he should stay the same. We don't want to fucking buff him. He's already insanely strong. No, no! I put toilet paper in my coffee. Oh god, no nerf? No, he doesn't need anything, okay? I threw my toilet paper ball in my coffee. Why is there toilet? What do you mean? Why is there toilet paper? Every professional streamer must have toilet paper. All right, if you don't have toilet paper on your desk, you're fucking crazy, bro. The fuck is his base H? He's an HP unit. But yeah, I think Han is balanced. He's very strong, but I think he's kind of balanced. On the stronger side, though, Trinity, change this to attack, sure. Grogan, I'm not sure. Just give him a different leader skill. Fuck this leader skill. Jara, this needs a change. I don't know what, but this needs a change. This guy's pretty balanced. This guy's pretty balanced. Gianna, skill 1. The same as I said for all oracles. It applies on Gianna. It applies on all of them. Nikki, balanced. Ragdoll, I don't know. They need to change this unit in some way. I don't know what, but they need to change it. I feel like units like this, they completely need to rework the passives. Leo, Ragdoll, like those units need a complete rework on the passives. Their passives, you cannot nerf them to just make them a little bit weaker. You need to make a new passive to make it like balanced. It doesn't do anything like to just touch it a little bit. It's always gonna be insane. Especially Leo, you can't do anything about Leo except remove his passive and make a new one. Song Zheng Lao, make this 100% for fuck's sake. Fermion, buff him in some way as well. Add something more to him. I'm not sure what, but he needs some kind of a buff. Rahul, leader. This is balanced. This is balanced. This is insanely stupid, this base speed. Same as Yonhong Triton. I don't like insane base speed on units like this. It needs to be some kind of change, because that's unfair towards everyone. This, I don't know. This is a weird unit. I don't know what they could do to make her a little bit better. I think she's okay, but needs a little touch, I think. Manananan's pretty balanced. Sylvia's pretty balanced. The Bay also needs some kind of a buff. Nephthys, they did change the fucking thing, which made her, you know, less strong. But she also probably needs some kind of a bonus change. To be honest, I think even without a speed lead, she would be pretty insane. So maybe they could test it out, like, you know, behind the screens. Test it out without the speed lead, and then see how it would work. Nyx is pretty good. He's pretty strong. But I would say he's balanced. He's on the stronger side of balanced. As well, Miying's pretty balanced too, I would say. Maybe some kind of a small change again to make him a little bit more viable. Vivachel needs a small buff. Maybe revert the old change that she had where she didn't sleep herself. Maybe do that, just revert it so she doesn't sleep herself anymore. Alexandra's pretty balanced. Leona's pretty balanced. Potter's pretty balanced. Her tit is pretty balanced. Bella's pretty balanced. Beelzebub is kind of insane. Probably on the stronger side of balanced as well. But he is counterable. He is counterable, but he is pretty strong. But I wouldn't touch him now. He's kind of similar to Han in strength, so I think he should stay the same. Bills plus Nana. You see, nerfing Nana is what it would change a lot of things in this game. Like a lot of other units would balance itself out just by nerfing Nana, which is amazing. Gianna is pretty balanced. Mukul is pretty balanced. Darkrai, I haven't seen a lot of him, but I think what he should get is second skill from this guy as well. I don't think this skill fits him. I think he should strip as well as this guy. That would be a very good change to him. I think that would fix his usability. This guy is pretty balanced too. I like him a lot. It's just kind of sad that if you miss, you lose the momentum. It's kind of similar to how Oliver loses momentum if he misses. But I would say he's balanced. I think it's hard to see a unit like this when there's so many more OP units. That's all. Duman, this needs some kind of a buff as well. This guy, I don't know what to say about this guy. I don't know how they can change this guy to make him less strong. Maybe nerf his base speed? I don't know. Kiki's pretty insane too. This thing is, I don't know, this thing is pretty insane. He's kind of like Ongyuki, where I don't know what I would nerf to make it a little bit more balanced. But maybe some kind of a small touch to make it a little bit more balanced. This guy, also, absolutely busted, okay? They made this passive, and now they need to remove it to make a new passive. Because like nerfing this kind of passive is not going to do anything. It's still gonna be OP. Just like when they nerf Ragdoll, it's still OP. It's always going to be OP as long as you like keep just doing the same passive. Keep doing changes on the same passive. It's insane. This unit is insane. It needs a nerf 100%. Maya, also, I have no idea. I've never seen this unit. These light dark totemists, it's just so hard to say anything about them. They're just not very usable, not very used. This one definitely needs a buff more than this one though. This one has some kind of a reset thing. Yeah, I think this one is even worse. Maximilian. I don't know why this unit has a speed lead. They're completely unreasonable to have a speed lead. Like, why do these guys not have a speed lead, but this guy does? When these guys are all shit, and this guy is insane. This guy is insane without the speed lead. Just imagine with a speed lead. He's kind of in the situation where Nephthys is, except this guy might even be better than Nephthys because his rotation, stealing attack bar, putting so many debuffs, getting so much additional damage. This unit is busted. Remove his speed lead. I have nothing else to say. It is insane. I fought him a couple times. It is just stupid for a unit like this to have a speed lead. And that's it for the 5 stars. That's it. So I want to mention Verd first for the non-5 star units. And a lot of people say when you mention Verd nerf, a lot of people say, don't nerf Verd, that's gonna nerf dungeon teams. If you think it's gonna nerf dungeon teams, you're not thinking of the right nerf that people are thinking of, that people that know what they're talking about are thinking of. Okay? We all know Triple Revenge Verd is the biggest problem when it comes to Verd. It is such a very big chance to win a game by just not doing anything. And a lot of you do know what kind of nerf I'm talking about, but a lot of people don't. That's why I'm making this video, to explain these nerfs and buffs, what I think about them. So the way you nerf this guy without nerfing dungeon teams is that you do the Jean treatment, where he doesn't receive attack bar on revenge. That's it. You just remove his attack bar gain on revenge. Verd is a very, very good unit. It's a very usable unit. It doesn't have to be triple revenge to be a good unit. We've seen the swift Verds, we've seen the violent Verds. I myself ran violent and swift. I've never ran triple revenge Verd because I don't stand behind that. I don't like that and I don't think it's fair. That's why I never ran it. I did run swift, and Violent. I think both builds are very good, very strong. Okay? Both of those builds are very strong. And you can make Verd a very usable unit. But the problem with those two builds is that you need the runes for them. Triple Revenge Verd doesn't require rune quality. Okay? That is why a lot of people might disagree with me saying Revenge shouldn't work on this unit. Okay? And I get it. You might not have the greatest runes and other builds will not work for you. But you know what? This game is like that. It is a farming game where you need to deserve the things that you get. Okay? It is an RNG game, but you need to work hard, just like everyone else, to obtain rune quality. Okay? My runes are not the greatest. They're not even close to like the runes of the people I'm surrounded with. Okay? They're not even close. Most of the people that I'm surrounded with have better runes than me. But there's still a strategy that can always, you know, help you get better rank. So I just think Triple Revenge Verd is a big problem and Revenge shouldn't activate on this passive. Okay? That's all I have to say about Verd. Antares as well. Antares became such a strong unit that it's not even luck like anymore. Using Antares is not even luck anymore because it's like he gets so many chances to do this, right? He gets so many chances to do this. Plus, every time he doesn't do it, his chance rises up. So, is it RNG anymore? It is to some extent, but the amount of chances you get to actually activate this passive is pretty crazy. And of course, him being able to do insane damage, additional damage artifacts as well, making this ridiculous, because he can two-shot units very easily. Plus units like Nana making him insanely strong. There's a lot of other units that are enabling Antares as well. I think he needs some kind of a change as well. Like, if this was a static 15%, he would still be a good unit. As soon as this becomes activation chance will increase, and we don't know how much it increases because they didn't tell us. It is insane that this goes up. You know, 15% isn't the greatest chance, but when you consider how many turns a team takes, a team that you would take an Antares against, it is still a viable chance for this unit to work. It's just so stupid how easy it is to use him and how well he works. It just, you ask yourself, is it RNG anymore? Well, it is, just not that much. Like if this goes up by like 5%, that's already pretty insane. But yeah, I think he needs probably just keep it at 15 at all times, or keep it at 20 at all times. Maybe buff it to 20 and just keep it there at all times. Even that would be hella annoying. But like, I think it should be a static chance, not increase, because that becomes like very, very strong and very abusive. Maybe just delete him. I would do that if I could, but I'm trying to be reasonable to people that like to use him, which people that like to use him just like the ease of access, okay? That is straight up truth, okay? There's no other reason to use Antares but ease of use. That's it. Like all these turn 2 units like Rag, like Riley, like Leo, like Triple Revenge Verd and stuff like that, it's ease of use. there's not really much fun about them, because you're clicking one skill and you're just, and you can win games very easily with it because it's overtuned. But yeah, I don't know if I should mention any more 4-star units. I don't think there's a single 4-star unit on the level of Antares and Verd in the game. Molly's pretty close to them, but those two are just ridiculous compared to everything else, and that's mostly RTA talk. Okay, Triple Revenge, Verd, and Antares, it's just mostly RTA, and it's very unbalanced for 4-star units to just outperform most of the LD5s. It is ridiculous how strong those units are. I think we need an urgent fix to lower RNG a little bit in this game, because there's already so much RNG. Like, we don't need Antares or Triple Revenge Verd to dictate games when there's so many accuracy res checks, activation rates. Like, we don't need it, you know? A lot of people like it because it boosts your rank. It will boost your rank to have units like that. We already know that turn 2 right now is king, and it's very easy to beat turn 1 as long as you're running like a good turn 2 comp, which is Amelia, Antares, Ragdoll, Molly, Riley, Leo, Triple Revenge Verd, stuff like that. And it's hard to fight that because that comp doesn't require much strategy or rune quality, while the other one does. So there needs to be some kind of balance where you actually need to put the same amount of effort into a turn 2 team to work and a turn 1 team to work. It's very unfair that one team just, it's very easy to use and it's very abusive and powerful, and the other one can be very good, but it also needs a lot of investing to do, a lot of farming, you know, a lot of thought process. But yeah, that's what I think. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said earlier, you might disagree with some of the things that I said. That's normal, that's fine. I accept everyone's opinions. But yeah, I made this so people know exactly what I think, because I've seen people go into other chats in game, in other streamers' chats, and saying stuff that I have never said, how I'm being biased about my units when I'm not. I will always give you the truth and what I think, alright?
Come to us better be listening.
Come to us better be listening, alright? And there's people that I timed out in my stream that say I timed them out because I didn't agree with their opinions. No, I timed them out because they are coming to the stream being very negative and being very disrespectful, okay? And then those people go to talk shit that's not true, okay? So here is a video for all of you guys. Hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and sub. As always, have a good one. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye. See you guys.